From a small timber business to India's largest gold loan company, the 139-year-old story of Muthoot Finance. Imagine a man in a small village in Kerala starting a small business of timber and grains. The roads are rough, resources are limited, customers a few, and the family has no big name, big money, or big network. Perhaps even he did not know at that time that his small shop would one day become the foundation of India's largest gold loan NBFC. And 139 years later, the same family name would be counted among the richest business families in the country. The fear begins here, because every big empire does not begin from a shiny office. Sometimes, it begins with debt, poverty, broken trust, and the compulsion to run a household. A family reaches the edge of bankruptcy, children's education is interrupted, and the burden of responsibility becomes so heavy that even childhood starts burning in the fire of business. But in that same darkness, if a family turns trust into a business, then that same trust can create wealth for generations. Curiosity is born here. What exactly did Muthoot Finance do that it grew from a small timber and grain business into such a huge gold loan empire? How did a Kerala-based family business spread across India? Why did Indians start using the gold in their homes like a bank account? And how has an old family business today become a story of modern finance, digital apps, thousands of branches, and lakhs of customers? The beginning of the story is believed to be in 1887. The place was 𝐮𝐩𝐿, which is now in Kerala. According to Muthoot Finance's annual report, Sri Ninan Mathai Muthoot started the business in 1887. And later, in 1939, under the leadership of Sri M. George Muthoot, the business moved in the direction of gold loans. The company describes itself as India's largest and trusted gold loan NBFC, and the central base of its growth has been easy credit against gold jewelry. But the beginning was not with gold loans. The beginning was with trading businesses like timber and food grains. At that time, in many areas of Kerala, the economy ran on plantations, workers, and local trading networks. Big banks had not reached every village. Small traders became the trust point for people's needs, ration, and everyday transactions. The Muthoot family also slowly turned this trust into its real capital. The biggest turn in the story comes when the family moved beyond just selling goods and began understanding people's financial needs. In India's villages and small towns, the need for money comes suddenly. Sometimes for a daughter's wedding, sometimes for a child's education, sometimes for illness, sometimes for crop expenses, sometimes to stock a shop, and sometimes for a household emergency. But taking a formal loan is not easy for everyone. Documents, income proof, a long process, and waiting time, all these trouble the common person. This is where Muthoot recognized something that Indian households had possessed for centuries: gold. In India, gold is not just jewelry. It is a part of emotions, a means of security, a family emergency fund, and many times, also the personal financial strength of women. Gold kept at home is often not kept for selling, but for protection in difficult times. Muthoot converted this cultural truth into a financial product. The concept of a gold loan is simple. The customer keeps gold jewelry as collateral, its purity and value are checked, and then a loan is given against it. The customer repays the loan, pays interest, and gets the gold back. In this, the borrower does not have to sell the jewelry, and the lender has security. This simple model proved very powerful in a country like India, because here gold carries both emotional trust and financial value. After the finance business took a formal shape in 1939, Muthoot slowly became stronger in the direction of gold loans. In that era, it was not just a banking product. It was a transaction of trust. A customer could not keep his ornaments with a stranger. He needed a name he could trust. Muthoot preserved that trust for years. That is why the brand was not built only through advertisement, but through generations of trust. The biggest strength of this family business was that it understood people's real needs. Finance companies in big cities often look at salary slips, credit scores, and property papers. But a large part of India runs in the informal economy, where people do earn, but paperwork is not strong. Small shopkeepers, farmers, laborers, self-employed people, and small business owners need money quickly. Gold loans gave them a practical path between the formal and informal systems. Now think, if a family needs money in an emergency and a bank loan is taking several days, what will it do? Either it asks relatives, or it goes to a local moneylender, where the interest can be very heavy. Gold loan caught this pain point. Organized players like Muthoot Finance tried to make the loan process fast, transparent, and accessible by using gold as collateral. This model slowly became a mass financial product. Another interesting symbol in Muthoot's story is its two elephants logo. Usually, people see a logo only as a mark of identity, but in Muthoot's case, the connection of elephants is linked to the memory of its old timber trade, because in earlier times elephants were used for timber movement and heavy loads. This means the brand made its old business roots a part of its identity too. It shows that the company did not move ahead by forgetting its beginning, but kept connecting that legacy with modern finance. Then came the phase when the new generation of the family began taking the business from a regional level to a national scale. This expansion was not easy for Muthoot Finance. Building trust in Kerala is one thing, but building the same trust in North India, West India, small towns, and big cities is a different challenge. The language, culture, customer behavior, and competition are different in every state. But the value of gold is understood across India. This common cultural thread helped Muthoot's expansion. The name of 𝐮𝐩𝐥𝐿 Muthoot is considered very important in this national expansion. According to the annual report, under his strategic leadership, Muthoot Group grew from 31 branches in 4 states in 1979 to more than 4,600 branches by 2021. This was the phase when Muthoot Finance took a big leap toward making gold loans an organized, scalable, and pan-India brand. In 1997, Muthoot Finance became a private limited company, and later, in 2011, its IPO came. According to the company's board page, in April 2011, its IPO of 9,000 million was successful. After listing, Muthoot Finance was no longer just a family-run business. It became a listed company with public shareholders. This meant more transparency, more regulatory discipline, and the ability to raise capital from the market. After the IPO, Muthoot Finance's visibility increased further. Being listed in the stock market made investors closely watch the company's performance, profit, arm, branch expansion, and asset quality. Earlier, many people saw the gold loan business as traditional lending, but the listed structure made it a major part of the organized financial services sector. This was the time when gold loan moved out of the emergency needs of a small town and became a mainstream finance story. Today, Muthoot Finance is described as India's largest gold financing company by loan portfolio. According to 𝐼RE, the company operates in 29 states and union territories with more than 4,800 branches and serves more than 2 lakh customers every day. This branch network is one of Muthoot's biggest moats, meaning one of its strongest protective walls. But Muthoot's growth did not happen only by opening branches. This growth came from the trust that a customer could keep the gold of his home in a branch, take money, and later repay the loan and get the gold back. In India, gold is an emotional asset. So the company's biggest task was to build trust in security, transparency, and speed. If the customer feels that his gold is not safe, this business cannot survive at all. Muthoot Finance built this trust like a brand. Big brand ambassadors like Amitabh Bachchan, strong branch visibility, local staff, standardized processes, and quick disbursal made it popular. In many small towns, the board of a Muthoot branch gives people the signal that in an emergency, a gold-backed credit option is available. This accessibility is the life of the gold loan business. Now let us talk about the figure that makes this story a headline. According to Forbes profile, 𝐮𝐩𝐥𝐿 Muthoot runs Muthoot Finance with his brothers, which is described as India's biggest lender against gold. And the foundation of the group was laid by their grandfather in 1887. Net worth keeps changing with gold prices, market valuation, and shareholding, so it should not be considered fixed. Now the question is, how does Muthoot benefit when gold prices rise? When the price of gold rises, the borrower can get a higher loan against the same jewelry, and the collateral value becomes stronger for the lender. According to a Reuters report, in the second quarter of 2026, Muthoot Finance's standalone profit rose sharply because of strong gold loan demand and record high gold prices, and loan arm also increased. This means the gold price cycle affects this business. But there is risk in this model too. If gold prices fall sharply, borrowers do not repay loans, or loan-to-value discipline becomes weak, then the lender can come under pressure. That is why valuation, the auction process, repayment tracking, and regulatory compliance are very important for gold loan companies. Muthoot Finance's strength has been that it tried to take this business from family trust to an institutional process. Today, Muthoot does not appear to be limited only to gold loans. The company's services include money transfer, business loans, loans against property, insurance-related services, and different financial products through subsidiaries. But the core identity is still gold loan. This identity is so strong that when people say gold loan, the name Muthoot comes first in the minds of many customers. The biggest lesson of the story is that a big business is not always built from a new invention. Sometimes, a big business is built by understanding an old social habit. The habit of keeping gold in India is very old. Muthoot did not turn it into a compulsion to sell. It turned it into a bridge for taking loans. This cultural insight became a business model. The second lesson is the value of trust. In a financial business, the product can be copied, interest rates can be competed with, branches can be opened, apps can be created. But trust cannot be copied quickly. Trust does not take just years to build. Sometimes it takes generations. Muthoot's 139-year-old story is the story of this trust. The third lesson is the continuity of a family business. Many family businesses break by the second or third generation. But Muthoot tried to convert legacy into a modern structure through leadership transition, professionalization, listing, and expansion. Today, the fourth generation is visible in different roles, and the company is also moving to a digital gold loans, app-based services, and modern customer experience. On one side, the story begins from a village in Kerala, and on the other side, today it reaches branches spread across the country, trillion-rupee arm, and listed market valuation. In between, there is a long journey of timber trade, grain supply, chit funds, gold loans, IPO, branch expansion, technology, and customer trust. This journey makes it not just a company profile, but a classic story of Indian entrepreneurship.
If this video has taught you something new, or if you feel this information should reach more people, don't forget to like and share the video. Your small share can become valuable and useful information for someone else. If you have any questions related to this topic, or if you would like to share your opinion with us, be sure to write in the comment box. We read every question and suggestion from you, because your feedback inspires us to create better content. And if you want to keep receiving such interesting and reliable information about business, the economy, and the world in the future, then don't forget to subscribe to our channel GRT Business and also press the bell icon so that you get notifications of every new video directly. At GRT Business, we always strive to provide you with accurate, balanced, and reliable information. Our news and analysis are prepared based on information obtained from various news agencies, public sources, and public opinion. We make every effort to verify and validate each fact as much as possible, but in case of any possible error or dispute, the responsibility lies with the respective sources. Our only aim is to present you with a correct and trustworthy perspective so that you can understand any topic better.